Hello all and welcome, and I am the Mgtow philosopher. I'd like to talk about Wonder Woman today, the feminist bonanza that is going to cause them so much trouble in the future because it will in so many ways encourage women to act in a way that women are not meant to act. Now, I haven't seen this movie yet. I don't know if I will see it. I have nothing against women in movies per se, in hero roles. I do find it extremely unrealistic, although it is a movie, so hey, you have to suspend a large part of your view of reality when you go to a movie to begin with. However, generally speaking, a movie is supposed to fit in with reality, at least somewhat, so you can associate with it. Now, I realize that Wonder Woman is supposed to be some kind of goddess or something, so I suppose we can forgive how insanely powerful she is. What I want to talk about is the way this movie seems to be empowering feminists. For example, recently a movie theater banned men from their preview of it. Now I wonder how men would feel, how women would feel if men banned them from going to see a movie. We're going to have an all-male showing and it's okay for us to ban you ladies. Well, you know that the way women love to barge into men's spaces, they would freak out. They'd have a field day. Misogyny, misogyny, you men are evil, you men are horrible, you're banning us from this movie. Oh, we gotta kill you. This anti-male agenda we have these days is really killing men, and you pussies out there need to wake up. And this movie is just an extension of that. I mean, every clip I've seen, she is just... There's nobody else that even comes close, and not even like a regular human being that could be like some kind of hero. I mean, the guy is even a pussy. He looks like to me, all wrapped up in that fucking rope, all down on his knees in one of those previews of the movie with all these towering, powerful Amazon women around him, dominating him. It's just the imagery in this movie is so anti-male. I don't even have a problem with a female heroine. My problem is that the men in the movie are made to be such pussies. She is in every way, shape, and form superior to all of them. Nobody can keep up. She's like the atypical woman. And this is women and this is men. They're just beneath us in every single way, shape, and form. I find it to be very disturbing, especially considering it's in no way in conformity with reality. I mean, hey, female empowerment, yeah, you whoopity-doo-dah. My problem is the way they portray men in every preview I've seen of this movie. And I pretty much doubt that the actual movie is going to be much different than the previews that I've seen. I'll comment again after I've seen it, but I don't see very much likelihood that it's going to be any different. From what I've heard from the feminists online, this movie was kick-ass, and guys really didn't like the way that, they were portrayed in the movie. And quite frankly, I can't blame them. The movie itself looks to me to be about male bashing. I'm sorry. It seems like everything today is about male bashing, about in some way reducing men and trying to switch the gender roles, which is of course resulting in a disaster in every country it's being tried in, which is why the West will eventually fall if it continues this, because it's going to turn its real protectors, the men, into pussies. I mean, putting women into frontline roles in combat, frontline roles in government, frontline roles in defense, you're going to end up with a wussified Europe, a wussified America, and the West will fall. And you're going to end up with another dark ages. I mean, let's look at the countries that are beating us. The Middle East. I mean, they're beating us because we're letting them beat us. We're inviting them to take us over. Yeah, come on in and settle down in our country. You fucking hate us and you won't assimilate and you'll just become voters and eventually vote us out of existence. But hey, no problem. We're white, so we hate ourselves anyway. I think this Wonder Woman movie is just an extension of that. This uber powerful woman. I don't know what the hell she's supposed to be a goddess or something, daughter of Zeus, or even though Zeus just made her out of mud or something, like the old Christian god with man and then pulled out a rib and made woman, some bullshit. I don't know. The whole fucking thing is fishy to me. I don't get it. She had no father, my ass. How did you come to... Please. Right. That's another thing I don't like about the whole Wonder Woman bullshit. She had no father. She didn't need a man. And the whole Wonder Woman character to me is just a feminist creation that is just designed to marginalize men. She had no father. She was just created perfect. And you could infer that she was like that because she had no father. I mean, this is the typical feminist horseshit I'm talking about. If you're not awake, if you're not red-pilled, as they say, if you're not aware, you won't see this shit. You'll just be a pussified cuck wimp, and you'll just go through life being marginalized and demoralized by women, and essentially taking on the role of a woman and being a pussy. And letting them do what men used to do, except when it comes to the really hard work. But this Wonder Woman, she can do the hard work men do too, right? Yeah, except in reality, that's not the case, okay? And that's what I don't like. You know, this movie could at least have a modicum of reality in portraying men as, like, the tough sons of bitches they are, instead of having some fucking woman protecting them and kicking ass where they cannot. Oh, yeah, the war couldn't be won without a woman. We needed a single woman to come in because all these millions of men couldn't do the job where this one woman could. And I know people are going to say, well, you know, it's okay because Wonder Woman is a very old character and she's pre-feminism. Wrong! You people don't understand that feminism has its roots in very, very early movements, going as far back as the French Revolution and even before that. It has its roots in rebellious causes, and women have been trying to hoist themselves into the position of men for centuries. It has its roots in the earliest communist, socialist movements. I mean, it's not as new as you people seem to think it is. It didn't come about in the 60s. It came about in the late 18th century into the 19th century. Feminism has been around a long fucking time, okay? This movie does not predate feminism. She's not some really old character that is somehow totally exempt from the label of feminism. So we just shrug it off and say, yeah, this is great. No. This movie just does more to marginalize men, bash men, make them seem weak. I mean, even in the previews you've seen, basically plane crash and she's diving in to save him. The men don't do much of anything except support her in her male-bashing, male-destroying ways. Give me a fucking break. What is she, all of a $110? I mean, are you kidding me? Yeah, right. Her strength is mystical, magical. Ay, ay, ay. Just like women's strength is mystical and magical. Everything about this movie is some kind of subliminal message about how women are so fucking wonderful and men need to be subordinate and are subordinate beneath them. Which is absurd, of course. Men have more brain volume. Men have higher IQs on average. Okay? That stupid study with the bell curve, that's a lie. That study was done on girls and boys between the ages of 9 and 11. It's not realistic. Men far surpass women once they get past the age of 11. There's only a small margin there where women actually have an advantage maturity-wise, where they've matured faster over boys. Once boys hit 11, 12, 13, they shoot right past the women. That whole bell curve study is all a horse shit. It's not true. Men are, by every metric across the scale, smarter than women. We don't cluster around the middle and we're either really intelligent or morons. No. It's a lie, another feminist lie. Just like they like to talk about, all the myths about how men are stronger, that's a social construct. And, all that other horse shit about men being better with spatial relation skills and logic and reason, that's not true either. Yeah, right. That's why most of these women end up being leftists who couldn't use logic and reason to save their lives, and everything about them is subjectivism and emotion. And this movie is just an extension of that horse shit. Just like that horrible Ghostbusters movie with all those fat, ugly, disgusting women running around trying to be heroes. Meanwhile, they totally ignore the original franchise, which was so beloved. Everything feminism touches, it destroys. Now, maybe this is a good movie, maybe not. I won't say that the previews don't look good. They do look good. But when was the last time a movie like this was made with a man? Coming of age, brilliant, powerful man, doesn't know his own power, and grows into his own strength and discovers how truly powerful he is. He's more powerful than all the other people in the world, and he's just some great hero. When the fuck did that happen? Oh, gee, I can't remember the last time such a movie came out. You know why? Feminism. You cannot show men going from infancy to adulthood as men, coming into their power, becoming strong, becoming powerful, becoming great heroes, and exemplifying what it means to be a man, which is, by the way, most of the real heroes in the world are fucking men, okay? Not women. We built civilization while they sat on their asses having babies. And if you think that's such an impressive achievement, women in comas can have fucking kids. You know, they can drop a watermelon without having to be awake. So it ain't so great an achievement, and it's one they can't do without men either, and it's just a fluke of nature, and it's not something that requires any mental or physical effort on their part until the baby comes, of course, which then they push, and that's no different than taking a dump. So no great achievement there. It's the function that they serve. Beyond that, they are no Wonder Women. I'm tired of this feminist horseshit pushing this lie that women are somehow superior to men and marginalizing men. And that's the part that really pisses me off the most. That women have to achieve their greatness by making men less than what we really are. And in doing so, they're going to destroy the world. And they don't care because they're all about emotion and getting their own way. Maybe it's a good movie, maybe not. But it sends the wrong message to both men and women. I am the Mgtow philosopher, and I wish you a good day. Take care.